go out with my friends, but somehow that's gone bye-bye. Now I look around, there are piles strewn about. Is this dirty or clean? I'm finding out what it means. This is not just a house, it's a depression nest. I don't know how it got depression nest. I don't know what's for depression nest. Living in on me, my life is falling apart. Depression nest. There was a time, there was a time, my house was neat and so. There was a time, my house was neat and so was I.
Hey kids, what's going on? Welcome back to another stream by me, Johnny B. Today I'm working on sitcom music. In fact, for the last few days I've been working on this sitcom music for a fellow YouTuber by the name of Tracy May. It's a commission and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. A little bit of a timing problem there. Still going. Let me get into the meat of it there. Cool. So at the moment what I'm doing is I'm running the MIDI that you see me editing here through this external synth called the Korg 05RW. And so there'll be some parts in today's stream that you don't hear what I'm doing. Like right now I'm playing drum sounds, but it's too complicated to try and get it into the stream. So we're just going to skip those parts and I'm going to show you as much as I can in real time. If you're curious about what I do, I release music packs. This isn't one of them, this is a commission, but I work on sort of original music and I do sound-alikes. I reverse engineer tunes, so I listen to like songs mostly from the 90s and then I work out the MIDI parts and I put those into packs and release them. If you're curious in getting going with this type of thing where you can just import a pack and start to edit it in your own software like Ableton or Reaper, then head over to the description of the channel and download the free pack. See if you like it, let me know what you think in the comments, and stick around for today's stream. Basically, it's a work stream, and it's not a tutorial really, but you might pick up some stuff on, how to do this kind of work if you're interested in sort of MIDI production, specifically like sound-alikes for TV. If you want to become a patron, you get a whole bunch of stuff, basically everything I've ever done for $6 a month, template files, my undying gratitude. I'm really looking forward to my first patron. Maybe it's you. Head over to the description in the channel, and if you're interested in this work and you want to get the premium packs and the kind of cool stuff, then go check out what's on offer there. Otherwise, thank you again, Tracy, if you're watching, for this piece of work and music, and let's get going on this chorus section. So now I'm sequencing this drum part using this outboard synth. And let's see if we can fill in some of the gaps and make it sound dope. Okay, that's definitely not working for me. Let's try again with the quantize on. Okay, I see there's something here. It's supposed to be like hi-hat, open hi-hats every beat, basically. And then we got a problem here. No. I know where it's supposed to go, the kick that I'm editing here. That's all a bit late. Let's take it back in time. Okay, it's all a little bit tricky. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Everything's like half out. Okay, I see what's happened. It's quantized it to a 16th. So when you're quantizing, when you hit Q in Reaper, you bring up this quantize panel over here, which allows you to set the notes to perfect time intervals. Instead of having any human sounding drums, you have everything completely computerized, which is not ideal for some types of music, but this is the music of the 90s when it was all drum machines. Well, not the 90s, the 80s was kind of more all drum machines, so it's appropriate to quantize 100%. And same with the velocity. You'll notice that all the notes are red, even though I can bring the velocity down and make it sound softer, like this. So I choose not to, or I'm quite selective with which notes shouldn't be 100% velocity, because I just feel like hitting the listener with everything you've got is pretty much what it takes to create like a banging sound. Now the challenge with that, of course, is fitting it all into the available frequency spectrum. You can't have 3 kick drums all going at 100% velocity, because you're just going to peak out, you're going to clip. So you have to select, perhaps in that case, which ones you don't want to be 100%. Another thing with this is when you are doing velocity editing, you probably want to think about time. In other words, in a 4-bar like pattern, some of the pulses are going to be stronger than the others, particularly like the 1 and the 3. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, that kind of thing. That's kind of designed to push the speakers. Like this type of dance music is designed to like bring maximum power at the right time and then like really suck back. It's nothing really organic about it. It's not like a musical instrument. So you got to choose your gaps, is what I'm saying. So that's where velocity editing might come in useful, is you get to decide, okay, for example, let's see. I'm going to take these 4 hi-hat notes over here. I'm going to solo out the kicks so you can hear the beat at least. Now let's say for taste, for the sake of artistry, I want to remove some of the velocity from every second one. I'll do an A-B so you can hear it first low. It's still there, but if I undid that, you can hear it on every note. So now it's like a drummer playing hard every note. So you can get selective with it. And it's a trade-off, because if you are doing it 100% hard all the time, you're going to really pack a punch, but the amount of time that you get to do that for is shorter. So it's kind of a short-term approach. You can only do it in small doses, whereas if you were to play the same beat for a longer period of time, you'd have to like reduce on that type of ear fatigue by creating this nuance, by dialing it back a little bit. I'm not going to do that now because this is a 1-minute tune, so I really want to hit it 100% with everything we got. So I'm literally going to max out all of these MIDI notes and quantize them all 100%, and that's the sound that's been working for me so far. It's it's doing the job. Okay, let's get through this entire sequence over here. This is the chorus drums, also the outro, because it's such a short piece. So I'm going to just listen through it once for errors and correct them right after. Here we go. Definitely needs to get fixed up here. I think you might actually see with the grid lines that they're out of sync. So let's take it from here. Okay, we've also got some timing errors. Okay, I see what's going on here. All right, this sounds chaotic, but it's going to be fine. Don't worry. Don't panic. Good. Okay. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's play the whole thing through. First, before we do that, we've got 3 sections here. One is this section here, which is a drum fill leading into the chorus. Let's put a really cheesy vibra slap in there. You can't hear it, but I'll play it for you now. There it is. Okay, so it's B flat. It's this one over here. Dun, dun, dun. I think that's it. That's the one. Okay. So it should sound like this for the fill. Ding. Now we want it to be on the da, da, da. How about some chimes? Where are those chimes? Okay. I think I do have chimes in the other. Yeah, there we go. Chimes. These ones. Cool. I just literally grabbed it from another project. So now chimes are in the mix. And first thing I've got to do is just set them to go to the pre-master, which it looks like they're doing already. Thank you, past me. Woohoo! Okay, these chimes over here, they look like they're coming in a little bit hot. So let's just dial that down a bit and solo them out so we can hear what's cooking. There we go, cool. That should do it. Fill in that gap quite nicely. Good. So I'm going to give this another listen through now. What I'm listening for is the cheesiness. Does it have the cheese, ladies and gents? Does it have the cheese? Soon we will know. And let's make sure we solo out. Yeah, we don't need the MIDI stuff. Good. Cool. Sorry, I just noticed there's some snare hits there that are kind of soft. As in South Africa we say they pop. Pop means not pop, it means the opposite. It means they're cock. They're not really popping. Here we go. 1, 2, there we go. I want that full on snare mode. Bring it. Need a cymbal crash there. Chimes. Oh, we need a clap. Okay, some screw up at the end there with the drums, but it's getting there. Okay, I've got a crash and a splash by the sound of it. That there. Yeah, that's a good combo. I do like it. I'm going to actually use it again. Crashes. Let's do the early crash too. Nah, you guys are coming in too late. Screwing up my vibe, man. Come on at the right time. These drums are all over the place. I think this might actually require the old triplet treatment, which is where we take these three and we quantize them to 1/8 triplet. So not 1/16, 1/8 triplet. I think that might work. Let's hear it out. That's it. No, that's not it. With click. It's just a little bit late. Like this. Boom. Okay. A few things we've got to do to make this super cheesy, and one of them is to repeat the chimes in this break over here. So let's try that out. Here we go. Okay, we got the chimes there, that's good. Cool. There were a few other things I wanted to check out. What we're going to do after this is mess around with some more keyboard sounds, piano sounds from the synth. See if we can get a super E-piano, cheesy kind of layered sound. If you just joined or you're just tuning in, this is a work stream for a commission for a YouTuber called Tracy May, who is making a sitcom, a video series. I can't wait. Usually what I do is make template files. This is not one of them, but if you check the channel, you can see a whole bunch of links to and playthroughs of like template files that I make, and I put them available on my Patreon page. So if you're interested in supporting the work and having access to all of the coolest stuff I've done, then do go and check out the link in the description. There's also a free download for stuff that I've done, which is copyright protected, like Aphex Twin and some TV themes. I've reverse engineered the MIDI, so listening to it and then working out what the chords are and then putting those template files available online. So there's a free download in the description of the YouTube channel. Go check it out. If you're into MIDI editing and like music making using Ableton and Reaper, you can go and just drag the contents of the file into your project, and you should not get any missing samples, any missing dependencies, VSTs, anything. So they're supposed to be really easy to use. So easy to use template files by me, John Bartman. And right now we're working on something a little different. My second commission this month, actually. Very cool. And it's a sitcom intro song for a new video series by Tracy May called Depression Nest. And it's quite funny. I'm lying awake listening to the melody in my head. It's quite annoying because it's pretty good music. And she's got a lovely voice. Speaking of which, let's give it a listen through with the voice. Remember, this is a vocal demo track recorded on a phone. No judging. This is like just meant to give me an idea of how to write the backing music. And I think it's pretty damn good. Here we go.
There was a time my house was neat and so was I was spinner back then. I would go out with my friends, but somehow that's gone bye-bye. Now I look around, there are piles strewn about. Is this dirty or clean? I'm finding out what it means. This is not just a house, it's a depression nest. I don't know how I got here. Depression nest, I don't know what's for. Depression nest, heaving in on me. My life is simply falling apart. Depression nest.
Okay, great. I gotta fix some of the drums real quick. It's the third sequence here. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, crash, 3, 4. We've actually got a unnecessary hi-hat right there. Let's go, let's do something different here. I'm gonna go. Oh yes, and I have to reset the triplet markers so that I don't write everything in triplet mode. Okay. Let's take that down a bit. 2, 3, 4. That's a foot pedal. I don't want that. 3, 4. Hang on. Something wrong here. 2. What is this piece? What is that doing? Oh, yes. It's just to come down. Where's my sound gone? Hello? Looks like I've just lost my audio, my drum audio. Where did it go?
I'm finding out what it means.
Oh, I muted the whole clip by mistake. Cool. Live and learn, kitty winkles. 2, 3, 4, 1. And there becomes a snare drum instead of a hi-hat. All of these guys should be. 2, 3, 4.
I don't know how I got here. Depressionless. I don't know what's for.
Yeah. Copy that over there. Oops. All right. Well, hopefully this is an interesting procedure for you watching how I make this stuff. I definitely don't do it the most efficient way. Sometimes I get a little bit bogged down in minor MIDI edits and that kind of thing. But hey, dude, I'm a nerd, bro. I get to go into the details. My life is really falling apart. Depressionist. Yes. I wonder if she'll let me do harmonies on this. I'm gonna ask her. Like do some background stuff like I've done on like a lot of stuff, not my most popular work, but some of the work I've done some singing on, and it's all sorts of fun. For some reason, one of my videos, it's called I'm Gonna Kick Your Ass, and YouTube's decided to like upvote it, so people are getting hold of me going, why is this in my feed? I'm like, it's just this corny 1-minute tune. Just check the videos on my channel. It's got a picture of Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. I was just having some fun a while ago, before I had a child and had to start working really, really freaking hard. Oh yes, I just discovered there's a snare roll. Oh man, how did I not know this? This keyboard goes. Oh man, I just realized that this keyboard. I thought this was the lowest note, but it turns out there's a magical hidden realm, kids. A magical hidden realm. You can't hear it. Which is such a pity. Anyway. Okay, let's try that again. Oof, that's terribly long and loud. Oh yes, that reminds me I've got to do crashes for this section. So check this out. This is pretty cool. Reaper does this cool thing where they allow you to create a clip once and then edit just that clip, and all the other instances of it will also update, will edit. If you're a Reaper user, leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you're up to today, and maybe chat a little bit about the program, its strengths and its foibles. Check this out. So the crash is B flat, I think. C sharp. Cool. So I've just added a crash in the first note of this clip, and you can see it's automatically added it there. They're at different heights just because I changed the zoom on one of them. But take that one out, the other one disappears. Magic.
There was a time.
Okay. There was a time. Okay, let's do a little bit of. Oh yes, I got to add the claps for it. So we're just going to do a 1 bar intro and then record 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
There was.
That's it. Okay, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
There was a time.
My house was neat and so was I. Yeah, I'm going to do something like that. Alright. Next, 90s toms, please. We definitely need them. They are hiding here somewhere. There they are. I wonder if I can just use this patch verbatim.
My house was.
I'm going to try this out. There was a time. I think this might be the wrong timing for this track. You can always load up the samples themselves. Here we go. It's not going to work. And the other problem with this is that it is not being played back at the correct rate. It's calculating the tempo change. That sounds really crap. That should not be how it sounds. I'm going to see if I can find the sample pack that I made a while back. I think it's under my sound library. There it is. Drums. Korg 05RW. No, it's not there. That's the kit that I've sampled. 90s Toms Octatex. Oh, that's... So this is me. I sampled a Roland drum pad thing, one of those 8-pad like MIDI drum things, and got some pretty nice old school sounds out of that. Let me tell you. Okay, let's see if we can find this SOB. It's under. I'm gonna find it on the other screen. Come on, man, hurry up. We can also search. Oops, looks like I've killed it. Let's search under samples for Boss, because I know it's the Boss DR220. That's the name of the drum machine for the 90s sounds. It's the one that you've heard it a million times in pop music and TV. So while that search is running, I'm going to hunt it down in the other window. It's under audio libraries. Okay. Please hold. I'm just trying to think where I put this thing. Cheer games, no. It's under. And it's under samples, not audio libraries. Which is Dante. Yes, okay. Got it. Cool. Let's give this a listen while I search. There we go, the DR220. Sound file library. Let's make a copy of this damn thing right now and stick it under Why did it not find that? Okay. Whatever. Cool. So I'm going to import all of these files that you can't see, but you soon shall. Shall all be revealed, children. Here we go. Cool. Enough screwing around. 90s toms. I'm importing all of them onto a single track, and you can see them there. Great. Now let's give these things a playthrough, just hear how they sound. Cool. Those are the sounds of the 90s. Okay, let's take them all and just start sequencing them into the relevant place. So I'm going to cut them all. We don't want them all, we just want, you know, the tom sounds. That's it. Okay, so all of these guys can, I guess, be deleted. We just want these three. Okay. I'm going to have to duplicate this track because I sometimes want two of them to go at the same time. And let's just narrow it down so that I've got a little bit of a grid to work off. Okay, and cutting them off midway is acceptable. This is frowned upon in some circles, but you can just actually cut the sample off wherever. Oops. You are going to get a little click like that, of course. It'll pop. First, let's just get these things into the right grid. So I'm going to just quantize, a little bit of boring admin here. Okay, so now we've got three drum sounds, three separate drum sounds. Let's layer them up like this, so that you've got two playing at a time. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's also just stretch them out again. Cool. Fine, but it's a little bit static. I want a double here. Okay, also let's create a marker so I can snap back to that quite easily. And when I said doubled, I meant fast double, like that. Here we go. Okay, not bad. It feels like we need to double this up a little bit though.
There was a time.
Okay, and then I also got to write the drum beat to the track. Otherwise, when I turn the synth off over here, it's gonna not play. I need to get this into an audio format. So I almost feel like going back to the other drum patch that I found under my sound library. Stuff that I've kind of collected, little bits and pieces. Let's get these drums in here too, and create a new track, and let's just double up those corny 90s drums with the Octarex drums. Sorry, not Octarex, the Octopad. Octopad is a drum machine, not a drum machine, it's a drum pad machine that you use drumsticks to play it, but it doesn't just play drum sounds, it plays all sorts of samples, and one of them is this kind of sound. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we are going to double up this little drum pad, so this drum sound that we just created, with these really corny and similar sounding retro drum grooves. So let's not go bigger. There we go. Cool, so it's drum. So what are we working with here? MIDI. That's the high, and then high again. That's yes, so it's low, medium, and high. We've got low, medium, and high sorted. There we go. Cool. So I've got a low over here. So I'm going from high to low with the other pad. So I'm going to go from high to low with this one to try and match it, which means I just got to get the high over here. High. Mid. Let's give this patch another listen. This part, another listen. Okay. Din 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 din. Okay. Okay. Doesn't really matter if it's not a perfect match, but it'll just sound a little bit more musical if it is. So let's give this a bunch. Lining up this front of the waveforms to the front of the clips, so that when I start playing the clip, the waveform starts. And we're just going to throw our hat over the fence and give this a listen. Right, here we go. I feel like this one should be here. Okay, looks like I've got an incoming call. Please hold.
There was a time my house was neat and so was I was thinner back then. I would go out with my friends, but somehow that's gone bye-bye. Now I look around, there are piles strewn about. Is this dirty or clean? I'm finding out what it means. This is not just a house, it's a depression nest. I don't know how I got here. Depression nest, I don't know what's for. Depression nest, caving in on me. My life is simply falling apart. Depression nest.
All right. Welcome back. Yeah, you probably caught that phone call. How embarrassing. Here we go. It sounds like some of them aren't gelling. Maybe they should just be pitch shifted down a bit. So I'm going to take all three of these, change the pitch to -2. All three of them, please. Pitch to, let's take it down to -5. How about we change this one to this one? We could just duplicate this too, so that it is the same rhythm. Maybe we just get rid of those, see how that sounds. That's better, I think, so not the double. Din dun 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 din, not din din. So it's like less static. Good. So we're gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 1. So click. Okay. Cool. It just sounds a little bit thin still. I'm not sure why.
There was a time. There was a time.
Okay, good. We're on the way there. Maybe there is a... Are there any effects on this thing? Yeah, it looks like I've got some effects on here. I can't really see them right now. Where are they? They are hiding. Why are you hiding from me? Why are you hiding from me? Track layout. Mixer panel, no. Track layout. Mixer panel. A. Come down. Come back down, children. Why do you hide from your father? Why do you hide from your father? There we go. There you go, you son of a bitch. Excuse my language. It's supposed to be a children's friendly stream, damn it. It's supposed to be for kids. Okay. I'm going to delete the EQs. There's no point in pumping up the highs if what you want is the lows.
There was a time.
Yes! Yes! Dum, 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 dum.
There was a
Fat. Okay. Now, it is imperative that we take this entire 90s Toms collection and pan it. Now, I'll get to the panning later because it's tempting to go into too much detail. What I got to do is just send Tracy a bounce of this, see if it's in the right direction. It's foolish to assume that she's going to love it as much as I do. So I've got to just kind of dial back on the enthusiasm a little bit and send through a demo. So now it's just a question of what is the stuff that I have to just fix before I send anything, the must-do stuff. And let's take a look. I'm going to give it another listen.
There was a time my house was neat and so was I was thinner back then. I would go out with my friends, but somehow that's gone bye-bye. Now I look around.
We need a second pad
There
here.
are piles strewn about. Is this dirty or clean? I'm finding out what it means. This is not just a house, it's a depression nest. I don't know how I got here.
pad. All right, so I've got an idea of what to change. One thing is to add another pad sound, and of course a crash at the bottom here. I also wanted to add the claps. Why is this crash not working? Please work. Oh, it's here. What's this? What's it? I think I've got to do it here too. Yeah, there we go. This one? That's it. Okay. So I've got to reserve these big crashes just for the start of the choruses. Don't want to just overuse it. That's right. Okay. So
There was a time.
C. Okay. So the C sharp is the big crash that I'm going to reserve for major moments in the song, and the rest of it can use the more minor crashes. Cool. Then there was the issue of one small little hi-hat thing that I fixed in the other window while we were listening. So that's cool. Then one more thing is the piano sound. So first I've got to do a bounce of this. I think I'm happy with this MIDI. I'm going to find the kit audio that we're going to bounce to. Synth bass audio. Okay, we don't actually need that, so let's take it to this one here. Just using tracks I've already made, so it's like I don't have to set up the routing. Okay, so now we've got kit, and this is K129, which is the name of the patch, the number of the patch. If I like the sound of it later on, then I can come back to it. Kit on its own is just MIDI. So now this should be getting MIDI from... No, okay, it's got to be input stereo. I think it's 3 and 4, huh? There we go. Okay. So now, right now, all we got to do now is I'm just going to solo out the drums, and we're going to do a take. So I'm going to record. There we go. And you can see the audio coming through. It's also peaking a little bit, which means I've got to turn the level down on the actual output synth. Shouldn't clip. Should be enough headroom. Looks like I'm peaking at about -6 there, which is fine. Okay, here we go. This is the type of waveform we want. Just a lot of headroom. It means when I compress it, what I'm going to do is also compress the reverb sounds that come with that, and that's going to give it a really fat sound. The reverb sounds are mostly baked in to the synth samples, so you can't really separate them unless you fiddle with the settings in the synth, which I'm not going to do because I like these preset patches. There, it's coming along nicely. Almost at the end. Oh yes, I wanted to add a tambourine too. And then the chimes will take some of that and let the cymbal crash ring out. There we go. Okay, good. Pretty much good with that. I'm going to mute the kit sound now, the kit MIDI for now. So we've got a piano part 1 type thing, and now we're going to write a second piano part. So before we go today, it's almost at the end. Before we go today, I'm just going to set up a new piano sound. We're going to call this piano 1, and we're going to call this piano 2, which is amazingly intuitive. Oh man. I'm screwing up here. Okay. Here's the console. Now piano 2 is only going to come in on the second verse. So now we've got to find a piano patch. Right now we're still on drums, but that's okay. Can't hear this, can you? Patron. Root. Oh, what do you reroute? Sorry, just give me a sec here. I want to just see if I can make this stream a little bit better for tomorrow. What I'm trying to do is get it so that you can hear it when I play. Oh, it's not reroute that I'm doing, it's restream. Local broadcast. Okay. Not going to do it now, waste of your time. So, yeah, I guess then the trick is to, just to give this a bounce, which I will do. What is this? Oh, that's piano 2, right. Piano 1. I'll give this a bounce. So yeah, let me kind of start wrapping it up now. What I'm going to do is give this a bounce and send it off to Tracy and see what she thinks. And if she digs it, then great. If not, I'll do revisions, any revisions. And then I'll send her the track without the vocal, so the backing track. And she can find a way to record that, like the vocal part, send it back to me. Maybe I can do some more mixing on it. Do some backing vocals, perhaps, maybe. Anyway, point is we're in the next stage of it now, where I'm actually like starting to like hand back what I've done to client, and this is always cool. Now when it starts to like you hammer it into shape. So yeah, that's gonna be about it for today. One more thing I wanted to show you is yesterday's stream. I wrote this bass part. You can hear it's got a bit of a Jerry Seinfeld vibe, slap bass. But I thought it sounded a bit thin, so what I've done is I've put that right in the middle. That's like a mono signal now, and I've re-recorded a second patch on top of that to layer it, which sounds like that. And I've mixed them quite nicely, so it sounds like one bass patch. Take a listen. It's fat, it's like left, right, and center. Yeah. Cool.
My life is simply falling apart. Be passionate.
Sounds a bit loud. Cool. Yeah, so that really is about it for today. We will be back, I will be back tomorrow to do a stream, but I'm going to be doing it a bit later than usual because we've got this work meeting that's been shifted, so I'll make a note on the stream heading, but yeah, not 2 p.m. UTC tomorrow, but actually 2:30 p.m. or maybe even 3. So it'll be a different time tomorrow, Wednesdays, going forward. But yeah, if you joined today, thanks very much. My name is John Bartman. I'm making sitcom music for Tracy May at this time, and I also make music template files. Check the link in the YouTube description for a free download of some of the stuff I've done. Packs that you can just import straight into Ableton or Reaper and just get going with something other than a blank page. Basically, it's like a fun way to get a start on your music production stuff. And thanks so much for joining in. Thanks to everyone who's left a comment here and there. I'm going to keep on streaming daily. Check out the channel. There's new stuff coming out all the time. And if you